Alright folks, welcome back. This is Balatro every day, and today, Rose had trouble crossing the finish line. If you want to try yourself, you can get the seed from the video description, and when you're ready, let's go gold stake, ghost deck. First boss is clubs. In the first round, missing the jack for the straight, let's go for the hearts flush instead. Ace high flush, no problem. Okay, Eternal Runner, Rental Madness. So for sure, I'm taking Eternal Runner. If I take Eternal Runner, that means I can't take the Buffoon pack here. So the thing that I'm considering is, okay, there are a lot of different ways to get scaling plus molt. Let's say Bus, Green Joker, Supernova, Red Card, all of the uncommon ways of getting the scaling plus molt. There's not that many ways of getting scaling plus chips. So the runner is kind of special. Like Square Joker and Castle and stuff like that. Not necessarily something that you need, but it is powerful and worth taking. The only consideration is, do we also take Madness as a rental? Yes or no? So let's say Madness wasn't a rental. Madness in general, the challenge is it's going to destroy random jokers. So usually the solution is you just play with eternal jokers only. Every joker in the shop has a 30% chance of being eternal, so out of all the jokers, about a third of them are going to be eternal. If I'm looking for some kind of value generators, I have to find eternal value generators. If I'm looking for some kind of scaling jokers like Bus, Green Joker, Red Card, that kind of stuff, that has to be eternal also. Maybe if Madness is a rental, then the rental fee is preventing me from finding those pieces. Maybe I don't have enough money for re-rolling. Maybe I don't have enough money for booster packs. Another way around Madness, you don't necessarily need the jokers themselves to be scaling. You can get points from other sources. For example, blue seals or telescope. You can get your points from the planet cards. And then if Madness is, we take Madness early and then it gets up to something like ×7 or ×8, then that's fine. That's pretty good. If you have the, let's say the straight levels from playing a bunch of straights and using the telescope, maybe blue seal later. But the rental fee prevents us from doing that. So maybe the rental fee prevents us from buying vouchers that give us value without taking up joker slots. So maybe extra hand size voucher, maybe extra discard voucher. We can't afford it. Maybe I can't afford celestial packs. Maybe I can't afford arcana packs, which do the deck building for me. But if I already have scaling chips on the runner and the Madness itself is scaling X molt very powerful, I think if I have the two of these, it should be easy enough to find some molt later. It could be scaling molt later. It doesn't have to be scaling molt later. If these two are already both of these scaling, then I just need any molt later. So should be fine. I think Madness is powerful enough that I'm willing to take it. If we think about, okay, this rental fee, if this were Constellation instead, would I be willing to pay this amount of money every round in order to grow Constellation? The answer is probably. The main thing we miss out on is you can't take value generators unless they're eternal. All right, King, Queen, 10, we can try to go for the high straight. Maybe King high straight. Easy enough. Okay, Abstract Joker as Eternal is actually perfect. So we already said if I already have these scaling jokers, I don't need my molt to also be scaling. I can just take Abstract Joker and go next. Looking for a jack again. There's the ace high straight. This might be a fast one. If we don't have a lot of money, we don't get to do a whole lot of shopping. Also, we only care about Eternals. So, like, Square Joker, I guess I can't take. I guess because it's a rental, I wouldn't take it anyway. We already have Runner. I wouldn't take a Square Joker. Buffoon pack, I probably don't even want to open. Probably I just want to save my money and try to build up interest fighting back against this rental fee. I could take a Spectral pack with the idea being, okay, I can get seals, purple seal, gold seal, blue seal, seals that are going to help me, again, generate value without using up joker slots. If I take the Spectral Pack, I probably won't be able to take the Grabber, and I think the Grabber is very powerful. So, probably we just go next. I think we just go next. Some consideration for taking the Mega Buffoon Pack. Again, we're looking for just Eternal Jokers, so out of 4 Jokers here, maybe on average you get at least 1. Maybe sometimes 2 Eternal Jokers. I think I'd rather not skip, and then that way we get the chips from the runner, and then we get the scaling on the madness. If you do skip, so the small blind doesn't give you any reward money, so if you play it, you no reward money have to pay the rental fee. But you do get money from having leftover hands, so it's probably worth the play rather than skip, though you could, I think it's sensible to skip there, I'm just not going to. Alright. I can throw away all these low cards, I guess. I have queens and tens as a full house. I could discard the queens, maybe discard a 10, maybe discard a 6. What are we looking for here? I'm looking for a jack. Maybe. Sure. I missed. I want to take the voucher. I could try one more time to get the jack. I think if I just play high card this way, with abstract joker over there, I think this wins. Maybe. Something like that. Normally I would dig for the straight, but I just want to get out of here. Now we got $6. Dusk as an Eternal is probably too weak, honestly. Perishable Chad, let's save our money for the Grabber, go next. Alright. Now go for the high straight again. There's the ace high straight. Let's play only one hand here. Maybe you could get a second straight. It seems unlikely. Alright, exactly $10. We can take the Grabber. Sweet. Go next. Alright, now I'm looking for a 5. I think that's fine. I can try to find a 5. Sure. Okay, one more time for a 5. 7 high straight. That should be plenty. And now since we got the voucher, not only do we have an extra hand which we can use for extra points, we also get an extra $1 to pay for this rental fee. Now we have $6. 2 Arcana packs we probably can't afford. Let's go next. Discard the jacks. I'm looking for... I can't get a 7, but I could get a 10. Or an ace high straight. This boss, diamonds. Okay. Okay, red card, not eternal, so we just go next. How about... all I need is a 9 or a 4. One more time, 9 or 4. There's the 9. 9 high straight. Let's do that. Okay, Scholar's Perishable. Do I want blank voucher? Usually I want blank voucher. I think here I'd rather save my money for interest. Let's go next. I need to get out from under this rental fee. It's 9 rounds and we still only have $12 in the bank. We can throw away the 3s. I'm looking for a 4 or an 8. There's the 4. missing on the 8. Let's play high card. So, how about a 9 high straight? There we go. And we did it. We got Grimbo here. Could get an extra hand also. I can save my money for the extra hand. We can start by taking Grimbo and go next. I guess the benefit of taking the extra hand now is I can grow my Grimbo faster. This should be fine. Alright, so I want to try to find the straight first. I'm looking for a 5, it looks like. One more time for a 5. Okay. So, king high. That's 2,000. Okay. One more time for a 5. Bummer. Bummer. That's it, I guess. Could be Marble Joker is kind of funny with Madness. Kind of funny with Green Joker. That's a source of scaling chips also. I think I'm just going to save still. Marble Joker is going to mess up my ability to play straights, which is maybe something that I care about. Let's play for the high straight, I guess. So I'm looking for a 10. I shouldn't have played the queen. Okay. Can I get that queen back? I do get the queen back, but I don't have the 10. I don't think I'm supposed to discard for the straight. I think we just ship it. Sad. And then this boss is going to make it even harder. Probably we do want the extra hand here. Since we have Grimbo, we can't take the Drunkard. So this is one of the things that I was talking about. If you have enough money, you can take the Drunkard against the boss. It won't get destroyed and you can use it for 1 round. Could be worth it sometimes. Alright, this should be not that bad. This should be... we try to get the 3. Maybe. Okay, I have a straight, and I'm pretty sure the straight wins, so let's do Grimbo first. I guess I could save my hands, and then that way I have extra money. Nah. That's 3,000. I can play high card for also 3,000-ish. Right. $4.5 on Madness already. That's 9,000 for the straight. Alright. Could be Banner, but we already have the Runner, so maybe we don't need the Banner. We don't need Scary Face here. I can save money for Overstock. Let's go next. How about try to get that 10? Well, this is not the most thrilling gold stake run ever. This 3 of a kind is kind of strong. Okay, so I have the straight, which wins. So let's play high card first. The next high card might win. Maybe. If we don't play all of our hands, that's okay, because then we still get the extra money. Is still nice. Could be Jumbo Spectral Pack here, but then I won't be able to take Overstock. Do I actually care about Overstock? Yeah, let's go next. Alright. So 654. Okay. I have a straight, which probably wins because of madness. Probably. So that's 6,000. Okay, 65432. I think I can do one more. Barely. And then play this straight. Okay. 14,000, I might have been able to do it. Alright. So, do I want this overstock? Maybe I don't. Maybe I really need to save money. Maybe I should go a couple rounds with not playing all my hands. I guess I don't need to save the money in the sense that we probably just win. With Green Joker, Runner, Madness, we probably just win the run. Alright, this is only 15,000. Or 14,000 or whatever it is. Okay. And then if I want, I can try to get a 9 for another straight. One more time for a 9. We missed. This wins, doesn't it? Bummer. Oh well. Okay. We have a chance of getting money here. Boss says discard random cards. So I can take these Arcana packs. Could be Emperor first or Arcana pack first. It's kind of the same, right? Let's go Emperor first, then Arcana pack. Fool for an Emperor. Okay. And then do I want to use this Emperor, I guess? Oh, maybe I should use the Empress. Okay, Hungman's good. Since we didn't get money, do we want to not open this Arcana pack? If I open it, gives me an opportunity to use the Hungman. Could be Judgment here. That sucks. So, Lovers out. Twos, we can hang them. Do I want Judgment or do I just want to make a gold card? I can make a gold 10, probably. Judgment can't give me Eternals, but whatever Joker I get, I can sell. Let's go gold 10. Sure. And do I want the hand size? In general, yes. Makes it easier for me to get my straights. We can come back for that, probably. Alright. Let's go ace high. 9, 8. Okay, this is not... I need a 5 or a 10 for a straight. How about... We have the 10. There's the 5. So this is like 18,000. Okay. And then I could try to get a jack. This is gonna win, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Boss says discard random cards. Okay. Okay, so we could try the Emperor again. There's a Fool again. Jumbo Archon I think here is too expensive, so let's go Emperor. I get Hermie? Okay. I could wait on Hermie. Maybe after the next round we get more money and then we use Hermie. I could use Hermie now, and then maybe I have money for this Arcana pack. I think I like that idea. There's a death card, but nothing super exciting to do with it. Since I have a gold 10, I could make another 10. I could turn a 6 into a 10. I guess I could turn an ace into a 10. Maybe. Bummer. Maybe I'm supposed to spin the wheel there. Foil would be cool. Holographic would be cool. Go next. Okay. This is not a straight. I can play the... Do I want to keep a 7? Do I want to keep a queen? Probably I should use the 7 since I have 2 7s in hand. Okay. I can play... Now do I use the 7 or do I use the queen? Either way, the high straights are going to be difficult, but I could get a 6 for a low straight. Okay. And then... How do I get a 6? And if I do get the 6, I don't need the 10. Okay. Now I just need either an 8 or a 4. I have 3 4s in the deck. I have not as many 8s in the deck. Let's go for the 4. Sure. Okay. Could discard for the 4, or we can just send it. Okay. Boss discards random cards. That's unfortunate for Grimbo. Dagger I don't have room for. Let's try Arcana packs for money. Emperor. No money, but we get a hung man. Okay. Temperance for 10 bucks. Finally. So probably 5 and 3 we hang him. I could make a steel 8. And then that gives me money for the voucher. Let's go next. All right. So I just want to find my gold card. That's kind of it. That's kind of the only thing that I care about. So maybe do something like that. And Grimbo doesn't actually grow, so maybe I don't need to play that many hands. Right. Could be we throw away the low cards here. This doesn't matter. This just wins. That's okay. All right. Onk. Doesn't work. Boss reroll. Boss says can't play high card. All right. I'm looking for a queen. Seems reasonable. Ace high straight. So that's 30,000. All right. If we could get a 3, there's only 3 3s. There's only 2 6s. So better chance getting the jack or the 3? Probably the 3. If I do get the 3, I need an ace, which I don't have that many of. So we should go for the jack instead. All right. Now I just need the jack. One more time. King high straight. There we go. Extra hand size helps. Gold card pays for the rental fee. We got $25 in the bank. Okay. Arcana looking for more money. Could be a hung man. Probably 3 and 2 we hang him. And then go next. So I could get a 4. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sure. I need one more 6. How many 6s do we have? We got 2 6s left. I could, instead of the 6, try to get a king. Let's... I don't have any 2s. Let's try to get the king. Alright, ace high straight, sure. Okay, now I need the 7. We have 2 7s in the deck. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. There we go. Alright, 285 on the runner. 7.5 on madness. Can't take the square. I guess we could take the square here, but I want Arcana packs first. Wolf for a Hungman is great. Do I want a death card? No, we just take the Hungman. Okay. Temperance for 10. 3 and 2, we can hang them. Temperance is okay, and then I guess we can reroll the final boss, maybe? Okay. I'm looking for a 9. Sure. Start with the pair. There's my 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Keeping a 5 is fine. Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I could keep a 5 and then use a 10. Is like close to the same. Okay, King, Queen, Jack, 10, 9. There's another straight. If I want to get another straight, I either need the 9 or an ace. That is possible. That's it. 9 or ace. We can play the pair. King, Queen, 10, 9. There we go. King high straight. Cool. 7.5 on madness. Hermie, we could go back in time. I guess we have enough hands. We could go back in time. We could grow madness. We could grow the runner. We could go grow Grimbo. Boss says cards are debuffed. Okay. To do this on straights, can't do it, right? So Hermie's okay. Let's go Mega Arcana first. Fool gives me Hermie. Could be a glass card. I don't have very high level hands, so maybe glass card's not gonna work for me. Maybe I want a gold card. What I make into a gold card? Probably a gold 9 seems sensible. And then Hermie. Alright, we could reroll a little bit. We could open the Spectral Pack right away. Let's look for some tarot cards. Golden Ticket we can't do. Wily Joker is eternal, but maybe not interesting. I'm not going to spend too much money because I think we could go back in time. X we can't do. Gold Seal could be a jack. Seems sensible. Let's go next. Alright, so how about Queen High straight? Alright, now I need, if I want to get another straight, I need another queen, or it could be an 8. Let's go try to get the queen. Okay. So 7 or queen here for the straight. There we go. or Jack high straight. Let's play the king as a high card first. Doesn't win, and then we can play the straight. And then that way we get more Grimbo value. Okay. Madness is ×8. Hiker is kind of interesting, but maybe it's a little bit too late for that. Anti-1 Hiker would have been really exciting. Now we have more money, so we could look inside a Buffoon pack. And then maybe Hallucination as another rental. I probably don't want that. Could take a glass ace is kind of exciting. I could take a 10 or an 8. I have 5 10s. Maybe I want another 8. Maybe I want another ace. Maybe we just stay at 44 cards in the deck. Go one more. Could be Campfire. Is pretty strong. Go next. Alright, so I can get a 4 and an 8 maybe. Alright, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Play the low straight. I'm missing a 9 or a 4. Okay, this straight doesn't win, and then we draw queen. That's the plan. Alright, so ace high straight also doesn't win. I can play 4s and kings as a full house. I only have 10 cards in the deck. If I really wanted to, I could discard here and basically guarantee that we get a 6. Well, I would have to discard twice. I would need the 6 and the 7. Seems reasonable. Trade 1 molt. We got a nice amount of molt. We can probably trade 1 molt for the chips. Maybe one more time. And then we get the 6 and the 7 here. I don't know if that trade was worth it. Yeah. Maybe. Maybe. Alright. I can't do much here because we have the campfire, so let's go Jumbo Arcana. Could be Priestess, and then go back in time. I'm not going to open the booster pack here because I want to save money for the campfire. Alright, I can't get a 3, I don't think. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. How about... could get a 10, I guess. Or a 7. The 10 is more likely. Go for the 10. Alright, this straight wins. I think the high card also wins. Anyway, that's it. Okay, Arcana. This boss is extra large. Bummer. Go Arcana first. This stuff doesn't matter. I could strengthen my last 3. I could strengthen a 5 into a 6. I could turn a 4 into a 5. Probably we go 5 into 6. Maybe 4 and 5. Maybe. If I'm going to do that, I might as well do the 3. So... yeah, maybe. 5 and 4. Maybe I'm supposed to strengthen a 6 into a 7. Maybe that's correct. So if I only have... Yeah, let's do that. 6 into a 7. Alright, I can sell some stuff for the campfire. Reroll surplus is worth it if I reroll at least 5 times. I will probably reroll at least 5 times, but maybe I don't have to reroll yet. I do have the rental fee. I'm gonna go next because I have gold cards, so let's go next. Alright. How about this? How about ace high straight? There is a steal card. Okay. Here are the 10s. I'm looking for a 9. So this straight wins. If we do that, I get fewer gold cards. That's fine, I guess. Okay, times 9 on madness. No room for these jokers. Let's reroll once. Army means we could go one more. Mars. $5 is okay. Red seal, I guess you could put it on a steel card, is kind of exciting. I kind of want to do the campfire though. Campfire is better on average, right? Ah, the steel card's more exciting. Let's go next. So we can get the mid straight. How about Jack 10, 9, 8, 7? Okay. I'm looking for another 7. Easy. I can play this now. I kind of want to save Deja Vu for the red seal. Or sorry, save it for the steel card. But then that means I have to hold on to it. We get punished if there's a priestess. What's in here? Could be Ouija. One more time. Fool for Hermie. Okay, so Fool gives me Hermie. Then we can go one more. Dang, no tarot cards in the shop. I could go red seal on the 8. I could just make a red glass card, I guess. If I want to do red glass, probably I'm supposed to do the 10. There we go. Then go next. Extra large. So, alright. I want to get... I can play the pair of queens. No, I don't need these 10s. I can play queen high. Okay, I'm looking for a jack, or it could be... No, the 9 doesn't really work. Jack or a 9? Well, I need the jack. I maybe need a 9. So there's the jack. We can play something like that. There's the straight. Times 2 on the campfire, 9.5 on madness. There we go. All right, how about what else is in here? I can get another straight if I get a 7. Could be a 7, something like that. Ah, bummer. All right, I want to say just like we drew it up, but more like that went down basically exactly as we thought it would. So what was it? It was, we started with the runner and we had the madness and we said, okay, madness is going to be a rental, and the problem with the rental madness is then I can't afford anything. Usually if you're playing on, if you don't have a rental, then you're able to reach the interest cap immediately. You're able to reach $25 in the bank after just 2 rounds, basically. But you know, every step forward, you have a step back from the rental fee, and the rental fee prevents you from getting momentum. It prevents you from getting off the ground. We can't afford anything. We can't afford useful vouchers. We can't afford useful booster packs, celestial packs, arcana packs, and stuff like that. So how was it that we were able to survive? Well, it turns out that madness just grows really quickly, and so if this were like constellation or hologram, you would be willing to pay to grow those jokers. Here, madness as a rental, I'm willing to pay to grow it. Potentially the challenge with madness is then I'm only able to use eternal jokers. There were a couple jokers in the shop that we couldn't take because they weren't eternal, but mostly it was just I didn't see that many jokers because I didn't have that much money. The jokers that we were able to take, we took the runner. We said, okay, well, that's plan A. We got the scaling chips up to 540 without too much trouble, to be honest. And it was the abstract joker. I think abstract joker, even before we got Grimbo, that was kind of carrying us. So we have the scaling chips on the runner, we have the scaling molt on the madness, and then it's abstract joker keeps us alive. And it could have been abstract joker, it could have been any other kind of generic plus molt. Once I have 2 scalers, I just need sort of generic. Maybe abstract joker is the best. Maybe Mystic Summit would have been fine too, something like that. Not necessarily a lot of molt, not necessarily scaling molt. But then we did get Grimbo here. With the rental, with very little access to money, how are we spending what little money that we have? I think the extra hand voucher was very useful for us. One thing you could do with the extra hand is you could use it like a discard. You can use it to enable playing more straights. You can also use the extra hand, of course, to grow Grimbo, but I think you take the extra hand even before Grimbo shows up. And if you want to play straights, one thing that helps with that a lot is removing cards from the deck. So we're able to go down to 44 cards in the deck. Another thing that helps with that is having the hand size. So hand size, so you can hold on to more cards at one time. And then that way, if I'm holding on to 4, I can still discard 5. And then that improves my ability to draw my straights. Having fewer cards in the deck, removing, could be you remove the low cards, it could be you remove aces and kings, just whatever the outside cards are. Ace only shows up in 2 possible straights, whereas there's a lot of different straights that can include a 10. If it's a queen high straight, or if it's a jack high straight, or if it's a 10 high straight, there's a lot of possibilities there. So you want to have remove the outside cards, try to get more of the middle cards, extra 10, maybe extra 9, maybe extra 8. And because we had the extra hand size and the extra hands, we were able to play at sometimes as many as 3 straights in a round. It's not that hard to play straights. Also, madness is very powerful. Worth the rental fee. Maybe. Take care, everyone.